Guys, I'm going to be real with you for a bit. Hopefully not too long. But I just wanted to get this out there. I don't say it too much, and I don't know how much of it reflects on videos. But I'm not always that confident. And while I try my best on video to bring a lot of energy together, make some goofs, even if it's at myself, and try to be the best I can be, there are plenty of times that it doesn't always come to me naturally. And I'd say probably most of those times are going to be when I'm out and about seeing people in person. It's a lot easier to do that on camera compared to at a convention or just a meetup. If you so happen to be in the area where someone is. Because it's like a mirror, you know? You can look at it at any point. You're the only one there, and you know yourself better than most people, for better or for worse. So you're not going to get an instant reaction from someone if you're just talking to a camera like I am right now, or talking to a mirror. I think it does help with trying to get familiar with yourself, to get familiar with presenting yourself in front of people. But for me, I keep dabbling. I keep having these things where I'm not sure if I'm actually getting better. I've been going to conventions and events for a long time, for about 6 or so years, almost 6 years now. And I really wonder how much progress I've made. I mean, a lot of them have been kind of run-of-the-mill, where it's the same thing as I've done before, and same people I'm with, not much more for conversation. Just have our stuff, set it there, watch it for a bit, and then pack up and leave, all inside of 2 days. And then there are some like Philly BrickFest where it might be for a little longer. I'm doing more stuff with people, not always LEGO related. That's still cool and all. Going for dinners or bowling or whatever it's going to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I also have a hard time with who do I interact with and for how long and how do I make it worthwhile. Does it upset me by the weekend's end if there's someone I didn't get to see and won't see for a whole nother year. And maybe we'll get to see through YouTube videos, but being in person is always going to have a bigger impact than online interaction. That's a fact. There is something undescribable that happens when people meet up that really means something. And any kind of person you are, it's going to be more impactful to you than a Google Hangout, or just watching a video, or reading a post from whatever social media. Can't quite explain it. But it is magical. It is something great to have, and if there's an opportunity for it, it should be taken care of. That's part of the reason why I wanted to go to New Jersey GamerCon this weekend, which will practically be tomorrow, to meet one of my favorite YouTubers on the entire platform, Gerard the Completionist. And yes, I'll still be seeing plenty of people that I have been watching for a while, most of the Normal Boots guys, Chad Tronic. I'm still looking forward to seeing them and more at the convention, even just other fans of those people that I'm a fan of. It doesn't mean I'm going to be ready and willing to, over enthusiastic. I don't know what I'm going to be like. But probably shy, most likely. I know that I've met Norm, the gaming historian, before, and I do think I can get better than the first time, where I was very nervous, didn't really say much, was tossing ideas in my head and didn't say anything as a result of it. I think now I could probably introduce myself again better to him, and hopefully carry that out with other people that I'm meeting for the first time. I do understand that it also depends on the person, if they already have some clout behind them, that might change how you want to meet them or how you'll interact with them. As I've learned over time with a lot of these people, you want to be as yourself as possible. Be as genuine as possible. Don't overplay it, and and treat them like a person. Regardless of how many people have been with them for a long time. It's important that you just interact with them the same way you interact with a family member, anyone you go to school or work with, just like any other person you've met. I can understand with some people that's a hard thing, and for myself, even people that I've seen multiple times, I still feel like I'm holding something back because I put a lot of pressure on myself. And yeah, as if it's no surprise, I put a lot of pressure on me. A lot of pressure has been on me for a while. Even leading up to this weekend, the past 2 weeks, I've had a lot running through my head of how this is actually going to go down. Whether it's people I've already met or people that I'm meeting for the first time, whether it's for gaming or for Lego or for some other thing. Even if we're not talking about that stuff. And frankly, this is a message really out there for the people who I am going to see for this weekend. I'm probably going to be a nervous wreck. I probably am going to have some stumbling and some part of me I'm not throwing out there completely. I don't know what it is, and it's a shame that it keeps happening, but I keep having this process where I close myself up because of what I feel I see amongst myself. And like I said earlier, you know yourself more than anybody else does. Like, I recognize a lot more flaws with me than most people do. And telling them that is not really going to do anything. It's not really going to help that much. I mean, maybe they'll understand and be able to help with work through it. But they probably won't pick up a lot of that stuff on their own, If you try to express it without that, it might be fine. But if for some reason I have this process of closing myself up because I see a lot of these things in myself, I don't know how many of them are expressed out there, and then slowly chip away at it and kind of break myself open to interacting with people. One of my favorite YouTube videos that I've ever done on this channel, and really on any channel, and I've done now hundreds of YouTube videos over the past 7 years, is linked down in the description below. It's also going to be in the pinned comment. And it's a video I had from about 1.5 years ago about how I interact with people at these conventions, how I'm trying to open myself up. And I sincerely hope that in that time, I've actually made some progress, that I'm not as fragile or vulnerable as I used to be, even though I still feel those things from time to time. And I really don't know where it's going to go for this weekend. I'm just hoping that it goes a lot better than it has before. I'm not going to get into all the details. Well, let's just say the last time that I went to BrickFair 2017, it was not a comfortable time. There was still that fear of people that I haven't met, and I don't know how to introduce myself to them. There were some people I did meet where I was able to be a little more genuine and listen to them even if they felt nervous. And not just because I was intimidating, but just because maybe they had something going on and I could relate to that. There was one person, though, that kind of made the weekend very sour for me. And without mentioning him by name, it was a lot of persuasion that I was not willing and ready for. I think ready is probably a good word for it if it ever does come up again, because everyone's at a different level of all different kinds of things that happen, in social interaction included. And even if it's during an adult night where less people are going to be around, smaller groups happening, everyone's kind of joining the same things, I think it's okay if I'm not doing what everyone else is doing, that I'm still able to find something to enjoy among those people, even if it's not the same thing. That was a sour note that still sticks with me with that event, and I really hope things like that don't happen again. And I don't think that same person is going to be there this year. I have not heard from them in a long time of being at any events. So chances seem good. But even if it's not with him, or I just hope it doesn't happen with anyone else, of being uncomfortable, of being forced into something that I'm not ready for, and they don't recognize that. And they're just trying to push something on me no matter what I'm thinking. I had a lot happening in my head during 2017 BrickFair, and while I have been to BrickFair events in New Jersey, more locally, they're not the same as they are in Virginia. They have a lot more going on with them. It's like the Philly Brickfest ones, there's a lot more events and a lot more people gathered for those. And it definitely delivers. It has a bigger impact than other conventions. I just hope I make the most of it. I hope that a lot of this doesn't get to me and just wear me down during the weekend as it did before. And if that reflects out to anybody, then I apologize if I'm not all there. I'm still in a panic mode, in a very calm way, even now. Just trying to prepare everything for the weekend, trying to organize it in a way where I can get it out to you guys. I feel bad that it hasn't been up sooner, and maybe part of it preparing for how you guys are going to see me. But I just want to be real. I just want to be here to say that it's, I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect, but I hope that I've been better than I have been before. It's something that has stuck with me for a long time, of trying to interact with people and trying to be comfortable in my own skin before I get out to be comfortable around other groups. And until I figure that out, I'm always going to have something on my mind, good or bad. Like I said, you're going to know yourself more than anyone else, for better or for worse. So try to take the aspects that you love about yourself best and put them out there for people and let them know that. I'll try to do the same. Hopefully I don't become a nervous wreck, whether or not I've met you before. And let's make this a good week. Thanks for watching.